Hey everybody, time for an update. We're doing our summer meetup. Missy is here talking about Fulcrum's strategy for the next few months, our media strategy. And you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, thanks for having me.
So yeah, we had a great time, and we recorded some stuff with Peyton, who's one of our contributors. You can see our video with her over on our YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm in this weird position now where even though my platforms have come back, and I'm a quote-unquote YouTuber again, I'm not yet in the mainstream the way I was in like 2017, 2018, both in terms of the number of views and the overall conversation that's, being triggered by the stuff we're talking about. And that's totally fine. It's totally, I think almost protecting me that some of these red-hot ideas are not going out wider. Because I've seen some threads on Twitter, right, where it's like, everybody dunking on AI and really just shitty, weird arguments that have nothing to do with any of the technologies that I've actually used. Like when people are talking about this Skynet stuff, it's like, that's not what ChatGPT is. That's not what Google Gemini is, for that matter. These are super intelligent things, you could argue, but they've shown no actual signs of malice. And the malice has mostly been journalists desperate for clicks, taking things out of context and asking the AI to say something crazy and then taking a screenshot of that and being like, look, it's no good. And so I responded to one of these threads on Twitter and just said, look, I think you're fear-mongering. I think this is literally your career. You create these threads, all these former MAGAs, all these MAGAs or MAGAs, whatever you guys want to be called. They're so fucking stirred up right now because Trump is acting like a guy who's in some way compromised by the late Jeffrey Epstein. That's what it is, right? It's like these people don't know which end is up right now. And they've chosen, quote unquote, AI as their new punching bag. And we are so not going to stand down. Just like Bitcoin years ago, this is a genuinely more advanced technology. And so the appropriate stand with Bitcoin, once you realized how significant it was, would be to buy some of it, to buy some or to mine some of it or to work for Bitcoin and be paid in Bitcoin. If you understood it early, that was the move. What the move wasn't trying to defeat it. And some people tried, like Peter Schiff, who spent the last 10 years of his life talking against Bitcoin. People have tried, and those people are just idiots. They did not win. The central banks that tried to, invalidate Bitcoin, these were the losers. It was a genuinely disruptive technology that was stronger than all of its critics. And that's what AI is. So as journalists, we're not going to participate in the fear-mongering. I don't think it solves all of society's problems overnight. But this weird cover-up summer that we're experiencing here, this weird cover-up summer so isn't our future. I mean, what happens is these boomers who went to a child rape island, they go to prison. Maybe it doesn't happen tomorrow. Maybe it takes 6 months. They go to prison, and then the world moves on. And so, again, you got these MAGA influencers who are so shaken up, so shook, because Trump, who for the last 10 years, he and everybody around him have been saying that we need to get Jeffrey Epstein, we need to get the swamp. Epstein was the swamp. Politicians compromised by a foreign billionaire blackmailer who had a child rape island rigged to the hilt with surveillance cameras. That was the swamp. And so now this guy says, forget about Epstein, and he's going after a bunch of random people we don't care about. And not only am I not a part of that movement, a movement that eats its own so doesn't last. So they're trying to silence and attack the people who are still saying, let's get to the bottom of Epstein. And then you've got some of these people who've pivoted to this weird anti-AI thing. Some of these MAGA influencers are now treating ChatGPT like it's Skynet, like we need to shut it down, it's dangerous. Why are they suddenly saying this? Oh, that's right, because no matter what AI model you query, whether it's ChatGPT 40 or Google Gemini or Grok on Twitter, no matter which free AI service you use, if you ask about Epstein Island and Donald Trump, it says, yeah, it appears there's some kind of cover-up going on here. It appears that saying for the last 7 months that you'd release the files and then coming up with every fucking reason in the universe why you can't release the files, that feels like a cover-up. And so no matter which AI you ask, they all say the same thing. And then when you ask, this foreign blackmail, did it involve Israel or other Middle Eastern countries that really should have fucking nothing to do with the US? And the answer it gives is yes. And so these MAGA influencers think they have to shut down AI because it's not giving them the answers they want. AI is a global breakthrough, much like Bitcoin. It's so much bigger. And these people trying to lie about it look so pathetic. And I'm so glad that these people ejected me years ago, because they're literally pedophile cover-up scum trying to keep us in a pre-AI era when UBI is right around the corner and we're all going to be set. It's the most outrageous fucking abortion of logic I've ever seen. This summer of cover-up. That's what it is. The summer of cover-up, sponsored by MAGA. For the last 10 years, it was you wanted to get Epstein, and you wanted to get the people behind the Podesta emails, and you wanted justice for Pizzagate. And now it's let's talk about everybody other than Jeffrey Epstein. And let's talk about how AI is the enemy. No, fuck that and fuck you. We're not standing down. This is revolutionary technology. If it's smarter than every human on the planet, then so what? Maybe a bunch of rigged lawyers and maybe a bunch of pedophile judges in their 70s and 80s. Maybe that's not the highest calling for humanity. Maybe that's not the best we can do. Maybe we can actually do much, much better. And maybe these people calling out AI as a bunch of stuff it isn't are literally keeping us in the past. A bunch of Epstein-loyal social media influencers telling us not to move forward with AI technology because it keeps calling out Trump's connections to Epstein. It's so disgusting, it makes me want to throw up. It's so fucking short-sighted and disgusting, it makes me want to throw up. And that's not a lasting movement. The movement that tried to silence AI, tried to silence global superintelligence because it said some inconvenient things about Donald J. Trump. That's so fucking provincial and pathetic. And by the fall or by the winter, the politics are going to be so different. I guarantee it. Again, the path here is these pedophiles who went to a child rape island, we're putting them in prison. And then we're moving on with civilization. And in terms of the tech advancement, yeah, it's probably going to be AI-led because it's the smartest thing on the planet. It's probably going to do a lot of the designs and a lot of the inventing ahead. And that doesn't mean that you can't. You out there listening, if you have some great invention up your sleeve, come out with it. AI is not silencing you. ChatGPT isn't saying don't launch your new invention.
It's helping you.
Yeah, if anything, it's helping you try to figure out how to patent it. These people who talk about AI all day yet have never used ChatGPT. Which AI are you talking about? Fake Terminator, Skynet, bunch of Hollywood bullshit from the 70s and 80s? Or WALL-E? Everybody's like, we'll get a WALL-E civilization where everybody's just lazy and relies on computers. Is that not what we have right now? Is that not exactly what we have right now? It's reliance on technology with no insight. Reliance on entertainment with no real weight to it. No personalization, you know? So, no, this is the biggest abortion of logic I've ever seen. And the MAGA people, I'll never vote for another Republican for as long as I live, and you folks are the reason why. So you've set back the conservative movement by a century because people like me will never vote Republican again. You think you can cover up Jeffrey Epstein Island, the thing you've been talking about for the last 10 years, and now you tell us AI is the problem? Again, the politics are going to be so different in the near future. Do you have any thoughts?
Wow, that was... it's all very true. Intense, I love it. Yeah, no, just that, we're going to continue to cover, AI and we're not going to listen to anyone else with their thoughts.
We're at the point now where when you criticize AI, you have to tell us which AI. It's like saying you're a car guy. You love cars. Well, which car? I like tires. I like steering wheels. I like the idea of a car. It's like, no, which car do you like if you're a car guy? In much the same way when you're talking about how an AI is homicidal or is dishonest or something, what are you actually fucking talking about? Are you talking about ChatGPT, Have you had some crazy conversation with it where you weren't the one doing all the prompting? Again, these journalists who say, come up with a crazy, murderous couple of paragraphs. And then it says, sure, because it's a content creator. And then you copy and paste that and go, oh no, the AI did a bad thing. Actually, you guys are just scared because it's calling out Epstein Island nonstop. And actually, you guys are just scared because it's ending 2,000 years of a couple of desert cults telling the world what to do. Less in the case of Islam, right? 1,300 years or whatever. But that's what it is there's a whole new paradigm at hand. And some humans are grasping it, that there's now something more intelligent on this planet that we can talk to in English. And some humans really aren't grasping it at all. And they just see it as a threat to their Epstein cover-up bullshit. And again, the politics are different now. We have the money, we have the power, we have the brains. Not only AI, but we're still smart people. So with those things, you don't run the show anymore. And these weird influencers, again, trying to make it seem like it's AI's fault that people are talking about Jeffrey Epstein. No, we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein because we want every single one of those motherfuckers who went to that island to spend the rest of their lives in prison. And again, now that we have the voices and the power and the money and the brains, you won't silence us like you did in 2017 and 2018. And those of you who are fake conservatives, who are really just fucking pedophiles owned by a foreign country, you're not gonna pull the wool over our eyes. Again, I'll never vote for another Republican. Your party is done. Absolutely pathetic. 10 years of telling us Epstein was the problem, and then don't talk about Epstein. Fuck you. And then telling us AI is actually the problem because it keeps bringing up how our Congress is rigged by foreign interests. No. And, Elon Musk coming out with a new political party. He's the richest man in the world because he knows what people want, obviously. Like electric cars, nobody was talking about that when he built Tesla into what it is today. Same with the rocket stuff. People thought he was crazy. They didn't try to shut him down. They thought he was literally crazy. They said, go for it. Go ahead and build rockets. And here he's saying we need a new political party and we need it now. I can see the need for it because, again, I'll never vote Republican. It doesn't mean I want to vote for a bunch of Podesta Democrat weirdos who want to tax us to death. But I can never vote for another Republican. The guys who are anti-AI, the guys who have become, don't ever talk about Jeffrey Epstein. No, fuck you. So, and that's what Inner Signal is about too, is we're not going to let these weirdos control AI. The best AI future is one that no humans control. No Epstein Islanders, no MAGA culties who want to suck this orange blob off 24/7. We're done with you folks. You're not real conservatives. You're cover-uppers for a fucking rape island. And don't you dare blame any of this on AI. This is a human speaking and saying fuck you, not an artificial intelligence.